Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, Midtown Peyia. And look at the blueness in the sky. Look at the blueness in that blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, we're going to come to the lower part of Peyia and, well, they're digging the living daylights out of the place. So we're going to have to take a right here and wiggle our way down towards the main coast road. So stick with us. The destination, we're going to Paphos. That's where we are going. So sit back and relax and enjoy the ride, and I'll try my very best to smooth out these well, potholes. Look at this road, absolutely diabolical is what it is. That's Mad for Ad. That's an advertising agency in Peyia. This is the flower shop called the Golden Rose on the right hand side, and this is the Sabas Grill on the right hand side. A great restaurant indeed, very popular with locals, tourists and expats alike. Mainly around this area, by the way, you're going to find an awful lot of foreigners. Peyia is it's an anomaly, to be honest. There's a population of around about 8,000 registered residents, and around 4,000 of them are foreign nationals, and primarily they are British nationals. So that means Irish, English, Welsh and of course Scottish. So if you're looking for that perfect place perhaps to retire to or to buy a holiday home in, Peyia may be that perfect place for you. Great location, all the shops and restaurants that you could possibly want, great supermarket down in Coral Bay, and of course on top of that the Coral Bay Strip, bars and restaurants, and of course the Coral Bay Beach, one of the greatest beaches in the whole of Paphos, and certainly in Paphos. Now, let's go and check in with the breakfast crew and see what is going on. We've got our own website, that's called marikaandme.com. If you want to upload some photographs, some snaps, they don't have to be of you in Paphos, they can be of you anywhere in the world. It can be your dog, it can be your cat, it can be of your Bugatti Veyron. Just drop us a message and let us know who it is, and we'll upload it to our website to share your images with the rest of the family and the crew. Right, let's go and check with Marika and me and see what's going on in the Marika and me lounge. The girls in charge, we've got 3 dolly birds who are in charge of all of the cooking and the organisations and what's on the menus, etc, and they are the one and only Miss Vivian, the superstar known as Miss Nessie, and the most beautiful woman in downtown Cheshire, who is coming to Paphos very soon, the one and only Miss Beverly, who happens to be the partner in crime of Ian the Butcher from downtown Frodsham, who likes to butcher the living daylights out of a pork chop or two, especially when Friday night is coming. So there's some new properties on the left hand side here, as you can see, and we're now about to join the main road. So this is the main road from the Peyia area, which goes straight all the way to downtown Paphos. So once you join this road, if you keep going straight, the next stop will be Paphos. On your travels, you're going to go through the Coral Bay area, that'll be coming up very soon. You're going to come through the lower Kosonaga area, you're going to go past the CU Beach Bar, you're going to go through lower Chlorakas, and then you're going to start your descent into downtown Paphos, and it will be the Tomb of the Kings Avenue. So here we go. And as you can see, those skies are blue. The sea, as I've shown you, is blue. Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue. So all that's actually missing, of course, is you. So why not get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy? Cyprus, Marika and myself are quite simply waiting for you. And it's a spectacular day indeed. It really is. We've had a couple of days of bad weather, if you've been watching the weather forecast, but it seems to have receded. It seems to have gone away now, and I think, well, next week summertime starts, doesn't it, as we all understand. And I think that this time, I know I've said it before, but I think this time summer is a knocking on our front door, that's for sure. So the next part is going to be Coral Bay. I mean, technically we're in Coral Bay now, if you understand me. To the left it's Peyia, and to the right it's Coral Bay. And it's a great place to come for a holiday, or if you want to buy a villa or an apartment. There's lots of shops down there. There's a great fish and chip shop called Fridays. There's the Frog and Toad pub, a very popular pub again with locals and tourists alike. And then just further yonder, of course, is the Coral Bay Beach, a very popular holiday destination. Up there with some of the greatest places in the world. Very famous indeed. Petrol station coming up here, that's the Petrolina. And if you're curious to know what is the price of benzene, let's have a quick look. Unleaded 141.8 and the diesel 152.4. So on that note, if you're curious to know how the channel is funded, well, somebody has to put benzene or petrol into the tank to allow us to drive around. So it's very much appreciated when somebody goes through to our About page and clicks on the Buy Me a Coffee icon now and again, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We liquefy your cash, sometimes into coffee in the mornings, but more often than not it goes into fuel, that goes into the tank, and that allows us to continue to make these special videos for you. And if there's somewhere special that you'd like us to go, drop it in the comments and let us know, and if it's possible, we will go make that special video for you. Coming up on the left hand side now is the Paphos supermarket, DIY store, furniture store, and he's even got his own restaurant on the end as well. So if you're looking for that perfect Heinz tomato ketchup or the Hellmann's mayonnaise, this is the supermarket for you. And if you don't want to dine at home, you want to dine out, well, there you go. On the left hand side there's Phil's Diner and Espresso Bar, and I can tell you he makes quite a nice coffee indeed. So if you were to go left here, you'd go up into Lower Peyia. If you were to go right, you'd go down towards the Coral Bay Strip and join it at pretty much the midpoint. These road surfers, aren't they? If your name is so sweet Lady Caroline, get your bottom on a memory foam pillow. But just before you do, pour a tot or two for the one and only Lord Nigel Big Guns, because the ride, even in a Mercedes S-Class, is a little bit rough because the roads are absolutely Sherlock Holmes. This is the Coral Bay roundabout. If you were to go right, you would go to the top of the Coral Bay Strip. If you keep going down it for around about half a mile or so, on the left hand side will be the Coral Bay Beach parking area. You go down a few steps or walk down a steep hill and you will join the beautiful golden sands of Coral Bay Beach. We're now about to leave Peyia, and slowly but surely we're going to enter Kisonica, Lower Kisonica, and we're going to get a great view of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And the next focal point at the end of this little road will be a set of traffic lights, and at those traffic lights on the right hand side will be the CU Beach Bar. Very popular bar indeed, very popular with the likes of the one and only Daniel Mahoney. Thanks for those coffees, Daniel. Thank you very much indeed. I'd like to say thank you to Helen and Stephen. They brought us a few coffees yesterday. Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure and an honour to meet you on the downtown Cape of Paphos Harbour Promenade. It really was, and we hope that you enjoyed your little coffee as you hid from the rain in the Pelican restaurant. And just after that, again, we were honoured, and it was a true pleasure to meet another Mr. Stephen with his Miss Marion, all the way from Darlington. And as Miss Marika said, they were two darlings, that's for sure. And we hope you're having a great holiday, and we hope to see you again very soon indeed. But anyway, feast your eyes and digest. Look at that for a view. There's a little bit of chopsiness in that blue, turquoisey blue, isn't it? Mediterranean Sea, as it kisses and laps the coastline of downtown Kisonica. There's some concrete lorries coming along. There's a lot of villas getting built around this area, so if you are looking for somewhere to live, well, Peyia could be that special place for you. So we're coming to the edge here where the CU Beach Bar is just about to start. If you look to the right hand side now, there's a bit of a parking area where people pose and take selfies and pictures, and then that structure behind these palm trees is the CU Beach Bar. And again, that's having some new terraces, some new decking, so it's going to come back that little bit better than it was last year. and then we're going to come to the Chlorakas Crossroads, or that's what us locals call it. And if you look at the sign, Paphos 8 kilometres, so that's about 5 miles. Chlorakas Uptown 1 kilometre. Lemba, Chloraka and Emba is around about 5 to 6 kilometres. So if you continue to watch the videos, slowly but surely you will start to learn your way around, and you will slowly start to familiarise yourselves with some of the landmarks and focal points that I give. Now I want to do some shout outs to some superstars. We've got the one and only Dame Anne. She's a lady who looks after pretty much about everything on Marika and me. Sitting next to her, of course, is our lawyer, the greatest lawyer in downtown Poland, and of course her name is Miss Anna Starr. On that very same sofa, on both arms, we have the people known as the two porn stars. Ronnie the Viking on the left, he's in charge of all of the tongue twisting and the photography on the channel, and of course on the right, the commissioner, the chief constable of Marika and me, the one and only Ronnie Miller. Welcome to the sofas, guys, welcome to the sofas. Big shout out to Sir Richard, Julie Nash, his partner in crime, of course, and of course my little mate, who's not that little. His name is Mr. Leo. They're the guys that look after the Marika and Me website when they're not busy running their drugs company. They've got a potions company, and they mix up slimming potions, fattening potions, all kind of potions with their partner in crime, the one and only greatest retired mechanic car bodywork man in the world, Mr. Sean Broad. A very good morning to you guys, and we're hoping that you're having a great day over there in Wiltshire, and hopefully we'll see you in the not too distant future. Who else is on the sofas? Well, we've got Matt Dyers, Sally Briers. Apparently they've defected and gone to Lanzarote, but as a consolation he bought me a coffee, so we'll let him off, and we'll look forward to seeing you in September, Miss Sally and Mr. Matt Dyers. And you never know, Miss Briers may be becoming a Dyers if we have our way. That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Anyway, big shout out to you. Hope you're having a great time in downtown Lanzarote, and I hope that you are topping up the tan, getting ready for September. So the next little point is going to be, well, it's Chlorakas still, and then slowly we're going to work our way into Lower Chloraka, and we're going to finish this little video at the St. George Crossroads. That's where we're going to finish it. And at those crossroads, if you were to go left, you would go up into Uptown Chloraka. If you were to go right, you would go to the St. George Hotel, which is the beach hotel in downtown Chloraka, with a great museum and some fabulous, and I mean fabulous, views across the blue Mediterranean Sea. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and of course, perhaps if you do like what you see, why not hit that like, click the subscribe, and come back for that little bit more of my complete and utter insanity. And if you want to get on the channel, well, all you got to do is drop something in the comments that tickles me a little bit, and guess what? You could be sitting right next to me, like my little mate, Mr. Kenny. Mr. Kenny, all the way from Derbyshire. Big shout out to your mum, the Cretan, Miss Nicole, and a big shout out to your dad, Mr. Paul. How we doing, Mr. Kenny? Are we all right? So you're still stealing your dad's phone to watch this idiot drive around in a black S-Class. At least the weather is a bit better than over the last couple of days. Here's Mario's Golf. If you want to play a bit of, well, crazy golf is what we call it, isn't it? Or he's got a new game called football golf, or golf football. So perhaps that's the golf for us budding golfers to go and try. We've got the Leonardo Splash Beach and Resort on our right hand side, spectacular beachfront location. And as I said, this is the Chlorakas Crossroads, and if you go up, you go to Uptown Chloraka, and if you go down,